Celebrating was almost over. The winners of the Community Pride Awards were about to be announced at the gala dinner ceremony at the York Racecourse. BBC presenter Colin Hazelden was on hand again to compare the evening, while the sponsors of the campaign were also there to honour the winners with their awards. This is Community Pride 2010.
They don't seek praise or recognition. But tonight, I'm afraid, they're going to have to put up with it. Because they deserve it.
When Sasha had her stroke at the age of 12, the family had a lot of adjusting to do. The house needed extensive alterations to accommodate a wheelchair. Doors were widened and a lift was installed. But 4 years on, Sasha has put up an incredible fight to recover and to prove her doctors wrong.
Times I used to think, yeah, alright, I'm not going to walk. Forget it, I can't. Then other times I used to have my good days where I knew I would walk again. And I'm actually really impressed with what I've achieved.
Politics is part of the family for Joe Armour. The York teenager is already making a name for himself as a member of the Youth Parliament and also as a campaigner for better services for the area's young people.
To be elected and to be put up for this award is great, and the fact that people think the work that I'm doing on the behalf of them is worthwhile is absolutely fantastic, because I love what I do anyway.
Luke Tattersall is 17 and goes to All Saints Sixth Form in York. He's described as a man who makes things happen.
Well, I'm hoping to study law, human rights law specifically, so the Amnesty International stuff ties into that, helping people's rights all around the world, and certainly with students, helping them learn and develop its communication skills. So yeah, it's really enjoyable.
And the Spirit of Youth 2010 is Joe Armour.
I think some of my inspiration came from my granddad, who was a Labour Party representative in the 1959 general election, and I sort of wanted to continue a lot of his work. Even when he sort of didn't get elected, he did a lot of community work where he lived and talked about a lot of ideas about student participation in universities, about decision-making process, which is still talked about now, and he was sort of one of the people who started sort of igniting those talks.
At Carr Junior School, pupils have led a vigorous campaign to educate dog owners about the dangers of their pets fouling the pavements. They've encouraged support from the public with a petition to get an extra bin for dog mess. And they've also been backed by Mark and Michelle from the City Council's Street Environment Service.
I think it's made a big difference because I haven't seen any dog get on the street.
There's a great sense of excitement at Neyburn Primary School, where pupils and teachers have been working on making the school much more eco-friendly.
Hi, I'm Alex from Neyburn School, and I'm here to talk about the gardening club. The gardening club was set up to get more kids gardening, and so far we've grown a lot of vegetables, and all the leftovers that haven't been given to the children all go to the produce stall, which raises money for the school and Brunswick Organic Nursery.
It's Sow, Grow and Eat at Robert Wilkinson Primary School. These children have green fingers and can cook up delicious meals as well.
Our garden is completely organic. We started 2 years ago clearing the plot. The children have linked it to healthy eating, which is a big ethos in the school.
And the winner is Carr Junior School.
I actually think it's fantastic that the kids want to get involved in something like this.
I think it's a really grown-up approach for such young children to want to get involved in improving the conditions within their community is absolutely marvellous.
We don't want our streets to be dirty, and it's not nice when people stand in it.
If you want some idea of just how much time Harold Wood has devoted to looking after Copmanthorpe Rec, then take a look at those trees. Yes, one of his first jobs 40 years ago was to plant them.
When we first came here, I realised that we'd got the swampy area of the village, and the idea was to turn that into a first-class playing field. We needed to drain it, we needed to get trees. I realised at the time that it was going to be a long-term project. Unfortunately, I was retired at the time and had the opportunity to develop it. Been here for nearly 40 years, one work job after another, and I've really enjoyed every minute of it.
Martin Taylor runs a charity from his home in York. He's been nominated for his tireless work campaigning on behalf of adults with learning difficulties.
Vision Life is an independent organisation for people with disabilities. It's different because we're the only one that's independent from the City Council.
Now tonight we're going to welcome the Strensford Choir, so a warm welcome for the Strensford Choirs.
Making sure other people have some pleasure in their lives is Joan Eastwood's goal in hers. She spent the last 30 years working hard to support the New Earswick District Disabled Social Club.
I don't want rewards, I don't want paying for anything, I do it because I love it. When you get the lady and they get hold of your hand and they say thank you, Joe, that's what I want, not awards. I don't want awards, but it's lovely.
The volunteer of the year goes to Harold Wood.
I really got to say that thankfully my wife has been a great support to me, and without that I probably wouldn't have lasted as long as this.
We're going to be at the side of the show, okay? So you have the main actors going on, you're going to be at the side.
Lois Jackson is head of music at Millthorpe School in York. He's received a Community Pride nomination to recognise his achievements as a teacher who inspires confidence and excellence.
My philosophy very much is just making it nice and accessible for all the children. So it's not about what they've got, what they can already do. Everybody gets the opportunity to play music at Millthorpe School.
It's been 35 years of dedicated service to generations of pupils at Carr Infant School. Times have changed, but the love and respect that pupils and colleagues feel for Andrea Burton hasn't.
Oh well, when we first started, everybody had to sit in tables and chairs and they were not allowed to move around. But now, we don't sit in tables and chairs very often, do we? We move around and we do things and we have games and we just move where we want, really. And we're allowed to play outside to do games as well, aren't we?
Nicola Crawford was nominated for a Community Pride Award by one of her pupils in Year 11. They've moved on this year, but the next generation appear equally impressed by her imaginative lessons.
Yeah, so she always tries to get in something where if she teaches us something and then she links it into something that we'd know or hear about every day so that we remember it.
Make the links between science and everyday life, and then you can remember things.
Like when we were learning about chemicals and then elements and stuff, and then she said about when you're looking at the fireworks, you'll be able to know which colours and which elements are making the colours and stuff.
Okay, the winner of Teacher of the Year is Andrea Burton.
We have challenging moments here at Carr. Andrea always deals with those moments in a sensitive and professional manner. But what we always remember about her is her sense of humour, which she always maintains throughout.